What up, what up, what up, Unbreakable Kicks Army. By now, y'all should already know what happened this morning. I did get a text from my man Polo Army, and sorry I didn't go live this morning. I had to wake up, and I had to take my pops to the hospital. Nothing bad, you know, like we knew that he had a life-threatening scare back on Christmas, but the doctors just wanted him to come back in today, so they had to put him under some anesthesia. They had to put a tube down his throat, check out his stomach. Good thing that all of the bleeding ulcers that my pops did have, they are now gone, man. So, you know, my family, we can finally be happy about that news right there. So, Pop's good. But while I was at the hospital, I did get a text from my man Polo. Shout out to Polo. And he just basically was like, bro, like, I'm hearing about a Shockdrop. As soon as I heard that, I went on Twitter. It was just like, Army, I'm hearing some things because it wasn't confirmed then. Then my man who always got the information, he did let me know that it was the Air Jordan 11 Cherries that was supposed to Shockdrop today, in which they did. And surprisingly, Army, them joints sold out. And a reason why I say surprisingly is because, like, even when a couple members of the Army did, you know, say that it was the Air Jordan 11s, because, Army, I always let y'all know this stuff on, like, Twitter. Like, Twitter is definitely a space where y'all need to make sure y'all following me, whether it's, you know, for sneaker info, Army. I just have my random moments when I just think about stuff. Like, Twitter is fun. Back a couple years ago, I wasn't using my Twitter at all, but Army, again, make sure y'all follow me on Twitter. That's when I'm quick with my fingers and can let y'all know exactly what's going on. But again, sorry that I did not go live for him. And once I heard that it was for the Air Jordan 11 Cherries, I was like, I mean, like, the Army wasn't really feeling the cherries. Like, it was a holiday release, and I don't even really remember too many restocks on the cherries. So that may have been like the first or second restock we've had on the cherries since they released early December, like 2 months ago. And on top of that, they did have the women's exclusive Air Jordan 11s. The Navy Velvet, whatever they calling those joints, those did restock, as well as grade school, preschool, and toddlers for the Air Jordan 11 Cherry. So if y'all did get that dub, let your boy know in the comment section below. Did go for a size in the Air Jordan 11 Cherries, Army, but like I took an L on them, and I was surprised that I did take an L on them joints. So again, if y'all did get a dub, let your boy know in the comment section below if y'all did. And on top of that, like, I'm kind of digging how Nike did this second chance or this Jordan Reserve. Like, they didn't go too crazy, and they only focused on the Holiday 11. So hopefully, you know, they continue to do this where they give us tidbit pieces. Like, I feel like, man, so many shoes sat last year that is kind of, I don't want to say kind of impossible, but it is almost impossible for them to, like, really give us a nice hefty Jordan Reserve, because if they were to give us a nice Jordan Reserve, it's honestly going to be full of Air Jordan 4s. Like, Muggs want military blacks from last year. Muggs want the midnight navies. Muggs want the infrareds. Muggs want the red thunders. So it's like, if they were to give us a Jordan Reserve, you know, from the shoes from last year, again, it really will only be retro 4s. I mean, I can see like the Jordan 1 taxis. Those probably will sell out. I know those not in stores no more. But majority of the stuff, if they was to give us, a lot of people gonna complain and be like, oh, these bricks, or oh, these sitting, or these in the mall, or this or that. So it kind of leads Nike and Jordan brand to the point like, what can we drop other than Air Jordan 4s? Because if that's the case, they should just call it a Jordan 4 second chance or a Jordan 4 reserve. Of course, there is one. You know, y'all still can give us a restock on the Air Jordan 1 lost and founds. Like, y'all giving us restock on retro 11s, I'm sure it's still a decent amount of the Air Jordan 1 lost and founds. I remember the Army did kind of bring up a good point. Now, I highly doubt this happens, but who knows? They was like, man, break, wouldn't it be dope, you know, Nike Shockdrop the Air Jordan 1 lost and founds the same day or the weekend of when that new Air movie is supposed to be coming out? Because I want to say that movie come out in April. And I'm like, bro, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Like, they Shockdropped the Spider-Man joints when they did the Into the Spideyverse when they had the first movie. Of course, you had to, man, those were some good times, man. Like, I don't even remember how I got invited to that, but I know me and Fireline went, we watched the movie, and about halfway through the movie, they Shockdropped the Air Jordan 1. Fireline dipped after that. He dipped after they Shockdropped the Retro 1s, but I kind of like that. That would be something dope though, man. Like, I know they can't have beacons in movie theaters across the world, but man, that would be something dope if Nike was to be able to pull something off like that, man. So I'm definitely gonna check out that movie. I think that movie is gonna be interesting to see and hear the backstory of behind, man, one of the greatest sneakers of all time. It's not the greatest, because I still put the Retro 3 over the Retro 1, but one of the greatest sneakers and Air Jordans of all time. Also, Army, if you did miss my video that I posted yesterday, I did give you guys an early review on these joints right here, and a lot of people rocking with them. So make sure y'all go and check out the video that I did drop yesterday on that early review. Also, the Shopgld shorts been moving. I still got some in each size, Army, so if you want some of the Shopgld shorts, hit me up again. Those go perfect with anything brand. They go perfect with the Jordan 13 playoffs that just dropped. I got some hats, I got t-shirts, I got hoodies to match that as well. Y'all know some of the older merch, I'm still doing 50 bucks on those. So if y'all need anything, make sure y'all hit me up on IG. I definitely been getting back to the DMs for those who trying to purchase, so that way I can go ahead and get y'all taken care of. Now, Army, as you guys can see, your boy wound up getting a haircut today. And while I was getting a haircut, I seen something on Facebook that, like, I don't know. Like, this is some of the weirdest stuff that I've ever seen in my life. And then when I was really just thinking about it, I'm just like, bro, this is literally the ultimate finesse. Like, it's the ultimate finesse. First and foremost, Army, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the store Rent-A-Center, but growing up in Chicago, we had a lot of Rent-A-Centers. I don't even know if Rent-A-Centers are still, you know, up and running in Chicago. I haven't personally seen one in years. But somebody on Facebook had posted that Rent-A-Center is letting you rent out Air Jordans. Now, I've heard of people trying to come up with apps where you can rent some shoes. You know what I'm saying? You wear them a couple times, you send them back, and all this and that. But this Rent-A-Center joint right here, this one is crazy. And I don't know if it's crazy because Rent-A-Center, and okay, so for those who don't know what Rent-A-Center is, it's a center where you can rent like TVs. Man, that was a big thing back in the day. Rent-A-Center renting TVs. I don't know if they still do like appliances, stoves, refrigerators, couches. Again, I ain't been to Rent-A-Center in years. Clearly they've upgraded the things that you can rent in there, because they got a pair of Air Jordan 5 Racer Blues in there. Now, if you want to look at the details, it's saying sale $19.99. Now, that's on the first image. Now, if we go over to the next image, we can really, you know, dig in deep to the details of this. It says Jordan other specialty products, $19.99 per week. Okay? So basically, you paying $20 a week to rent a pair of Air Jordan 5 Racer Blues. Now, I don't know the size. It's saying that the shoe is new. Okay, looking at further details, this is a size 9.5. Now, again, Army, we've been in the sneaker community for years. We've seen plenty finesses, man. We've seen plenty things that people kind of turn an eye on or frowned up upon. Like, as of recent, there's been a couple things as well, like with the mystery boxes and things like that. But this joint right here, let's continue to go into details. It says again, $19.99 per week, 53 payments, and you own it. 53 payments and you own it. Now, if we were to go ahead and do some math right quick, Army, if we were to do $19.99 times 53, that's $1,059.47 for you to own that sneaker. Okay, now, we're not talking about a Retro 1 Chicago from 2015. We ain't talking about a pair of Concord 11s, pair of Brand 11s, you know, a pair of Satin Royals, a pair of Eminem 4s. Like, we're not talking about nothing like that. We're talking about a pair of Air Jordan 5 Racer Blue. Now, again, that's if you wanted to go ahead and do the $19.99 a week for 53 weeks. But if you also look at it, they got a bi-weekly. You can do $40 every 2 weeks, which is basically the same thing as that $20 a week. Then you got semi-monthly, where it's $43.31, and you got to make that payment 25 times. Or you can do a monthly payment of $86.62 per month. So we can even do that math. What was that? $86.62? Let's see what $86.62 times 12 is. It's about the same. Like, who came up with this? And then again, even to the point where I'm looking at it and it's like $375 you can own this shoe. If you're not in the sneaker community, you may not know what the prices is on these type of shoes. Even to be honest, like, I'm sure it was some stores around the world, around the country, trying to sell these joints for $400 early or whatever the case may be. But bro, when did Rent-A-Center start doing that? And if you really don't do the math, and if you're looking at it, oh, it's only $20 a week, like, I could take care of that. You wind up paying $1,000 for a shoe that's, let's see how much the Air Jordan 5 Racer Blues are going for right now. Air Jordan 5 Racer Blue, let's see. Racer Blue in a size 9.5 is going $210 is the highest bid. Lowest ask is $253. So I guess, Army, like, the buy it now price is still more than market. And to be honest, Rent-A-Center may have the buy it now price cheaper than some places around the world as far as sneaker stores. But man, are they really getting people with this $19.99 a week, 53 payments to own it. So still, like, are they telling people like, hey, you know, you can just go ahead and pay $375 right now and own the shoe right now, rather than paying $20 a week, which is going to equal to over $1,000. Like, man, this is crazy. And I'm looking at the behind the details. It says until November 5th. So clearly this image is an older image. This is November of last year. But still, y'all, I didn't know Rent-A-Center let you rent shoes. Now, what is like the terms and condition when it comes to this? Maybe I should call a Rent-A-Center and actually find out, because it's just like, all right, cool. What if you wore the shoes for 2 weeks, but you literally dog beat them joints, bro? Like, cut grass in them. You accidentally fell in the pool. You dropped some lasagna sauce on them. Like, what happens when you really damage this shoe? Do you just got to pay that full price of that $375, or are they going to tax on more? Because I know back in the day, like, if you miss payments with Rent-A-Center, like, you have to pay that extra, you know, interest rate as well. So do they get interest? Like, I have a lot of questions, y'all. And if this is not as far-fetched as I'm making it, Army, please let me know a scenario as far as sneakers where y'all seen something as crazy as this. And again, I find this odd because when I growing up, like, Rent-A-Centers was around. Like, my mom, I don't remember exactly what it was that she got from Rent-A-Center, but I 100% remember, and once she was done paying it, she was like, I paid more for this now than I could have if I would have just bought it, you know, outright. And Army, that's how a lot of these credit card companies get a lot of people too, with these low payments. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Whenever you use money on your credit card, pay that sucker off that month. If you spend $200 on it, pay that $200 by the end of the billing period, y'all. Like, don't let crazy balances trickle over. I know some people like a little bit to trickle over so they can go ahead and pay it. Like, you know, I know how, you know, some of these things operate. But if I were y'all, in just my personal and honest opinion, I wouldn't do that. I would just literally just buy the shoe out, because if something happened to the shoe, if something get damaged, they gonna want full price for them joints, Army. So again, y'all let me know if y'all have seen anything as far-fetched as that. Let me know if y'all still got Rent-A-Centers in y'all area or y'all neighborhood. But when I was getting my haircut and I seen this, I'm like, oh man, I gotta talk about this, because this is just so crazy to me, Army. Like, this is what sneakers have come to, bro. Like, you can rent sneakers. You can rent them at a store that sells TVs, furnitures. And this ain't no pawn shop. This is an actual franchise, y'all, which is nutty. But other than that, man, shout out to everybody who did get a dub on the I'm on my year raffles. I've seen a lot of people tagging me. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter celebrating they dubs. Unfortunately, your boy forgot, man, and I mean, I do got a black pair. I try again on the 24th, you know, to see if I can get a double up. The white pair right now on my size is like $800, man. Like, it's looking nasty for that white pair that's dropping on March 2nd. I'm still going to go for them. I wish I had at least put in a raffle for the white pair, man. At least did that. Y'all let me know if y'all got any dubs on the white pair, because I've seen nothing but dubs on the black pair. I'm not sure if they put out the dubs for the white pair yet, but of course, let the Army know, man, so that way at least I could be looking out to see if some of my buddies did hit Army. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Smash that thumbs up. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Army, I love you guys again. I appreciate y'all. And other than that, you got your boy Unbreakable. You got the Unbreakable vote. Unbreakable Army, stand strong like always. Most importantly, hug your loved ones and of course, remain humble. And we out.
I hit Unbreakable for the Yeezys. He the plug, call him when I need him. These old tough, but he get him easy. Yours old, him first season. Them most beefy, looking like 2 laps. 2 less, cause your ass taking nail.